my scrunchie collection, vintage and new. So stay tuned, I'm about to show you all. Hope you enjoy. I've noticed that hair scrunchies have come back in style the past 4 years, 3 to 4 years. So they are not a new trend. They've been around since I was a kid, since the late 80s and throughout the whole entire 90s decade. So these are my new scrunchies that I bought within the past 2 years right here. And then these are the vintage ones right here, which I will get to. First, I'm going to start with the newer ones. This is a velour scrunchie that's a real pretty mauve color pink. It has a little ribbon on it. Really, really cute. Love the velour ones. And then this is a leopard print with maroon, black, and beige. Now these are the newer ones in this pink box. They're all from Kohl's, well, except a couple that aren't. I'll show you in a minute. This is just a jersey material burgundy one. Real pretty. The first ones I purchased they came 3 in a pack at a local grocery store 3 years ago. This black satiny one and a pink satiny one and then a beige one. And I like them because they go with everything. These are the ones that I mostly wear, especially the black and the pink. So yeah. And here's a real pretty burgundy velour one. It has like little satiny stripes in there, you could see in there. Real pretty. And here's a basic beige jersey material one, like a cottony one. I love this one, the polka dots, because it looks like my vintage one. Look at that. Love it. Love the polka dots. And here's a basic black velour or velveteen. So yeah, those are my new ones. And now I'm going to get to the vintage ones. I'll start off with these. My most worn ones. Now these are from the early 90s and the 90s decade. Look at this with the gold, like a double layer, really pretty. Some of them, the elastic has worn out a great deal because I really, really wore these a lot. This was one of my favorites also. It was like a black with like a little bit of a maroonish color velour in there, a velour print, like a diamond shaped print. And then the black was nylon. Really, really pretty. And here's a sort of a light army greenish velour. Here's a light lime green velour. This one I wore a lot, a maroon color velour scrunchie. This one I wore quite often too. This is a pretty aqua teal blue. It has some satiny ribbon in it. Oh, part of it's torn. I just noticed it. Yeah, this one was worn quite often. And here's the sunflower one. I think this was handmade. I don't think I've ever worn this one, but it's cute though. This one was a handmade one. Pink and white gingham. It's really stretched out. And then this one I wore quite often. This was one of those silky ones with all the teal colors and white. This one I also wore a lot. It's almost like a wool type. And this is just like a black crochet type scrunchie here. This one is totally stretched. I wore this one quite often. Black velour. And then this one was one of my favorites. Now, back then, it was the style to have a tag that said 100% silk. Now, some of you in my generation, X, would understand, or millennials, that it was really cool to wear the 100% silk tag and not remove it. Like, you know, we had a silk scrunchie in our hair, you know. So, yeah. And then this one is gold with white, like a beige color. Like the black one. I bought these together. And then look at this one. It's like a chenille. This one a friend of mine gave me. We got this at like some terrapin station place. I don't know, some hippie place in the early 90s. And then there's a real old one there. This is just a regular jersey one. So that's that with those. And here are, this was like one of my ultimate favorites, the polka dotted one. I wore this probably in 1993, 92, 94. Loved this. This is, they're all vintage right here. And look at that with the sequins, a real fancy looking velour one. With like an orborel, they're orborellus sequins, are really, really pretty. Here's another one I wore a lot. Forest green velour. Here's a burgundy one. This is the same type of design as that, like the double layer. Real pretty velour. Not velour, it's maroon. Then this pretty floral one. And then that. Real pretty little shades of blue. This one was really stretched out. It was worn quite often. So was this one. Pretty like taupe color. A solid red, which I didn't wear too often. There's another one that's a shade of red. Yeah, definitely. This one I wore a few times. It's kind of like stretched out. It's powder blue. Here's another one that was worn a lot. It has like 2 layers of eyelet, kind of like these that I showed you with the double. This is really old. This was from the early 90s. It went through somebody's wash, I remember. And it was really cute, but it's kind of a mess right now. This one is a pretty, like a Scotch plaid. I don't think it's Scotch plaid, but it's a pretty plaid. I used to wear this one quite often. Here's a black watch plaid. I loved wearing this one. I love black watch plaid. So you can see the forest green, some black. Yeah, sort of like a black watch plaid. Anyways, that's it for my scrunchie collection. For more videos like this, please subscribe. I have a whole variety of videos on my channel anyways, but just wanted to do something different. And so I hope you've enjoyed, and don't forget to share and subscribe. Have a great day.